Global Heritage Books presents Lulu Kissed a Caterpillar. Poem by Tennessee Bill. Illustrated by Joshua F. Smith. Lulu was a little girl who was very sweet indeed. She liked to be kind and gentle and helpful to those in need. She loved to find little visitors, ones that fly and crawl, and she didn't want them to be hurt because they were so small. Lulu had two brothers who joined her when she played, but sometimes they would get into things that made Lulu afraid. Sometimes her brothers bit off more than they could chew, and for Lulu, rescuing the innocent was the least that she could do. If she saw a butterfly was getting in the way, she would help him find a safer bush to flutter around and play. She even helped a snail across the trail just the other day. She especially liked the caterpillars, such friendly little guys. We have to keep an eye on them, for they become the butterflies. On a vine, she found a pandarus sphinx, and on a milkweed, two monarch larvae. While they were there, she saw a woolly bear waiting to join the party. One day, while on a picnic, her brothers were both playing. Lulu was sitting in the shade, where Mom and Dad were staying. While on the edge of the milkweed patch, she heard a songbird calling, and she found a little tussock moth caterpillar on the blanket, crawling. Lulu loved this little guy, who was different than the others. She showed him to the birds and bees and said, "Watch out for my brothers." After an afternoon of fun, the picnic came to an end, so Lulu had to say goodbye to her newfound furry friend. Lulu helped him off the blanket when he got to the end, but then he wanted to get back on. Oh, she loved her funny new friend. He was not like the other ones of yellow, black, and green. This one had black and orange hair, like no caterpillar Lulu had ever seen. She said, "Be safe, little fellow. I hope we meet again." He didn't seem to mind when she tickled his fuzzy chin. Lulu helped him in her hand and wished him a goodbye. "Next time we are at the milkweed patch, I hope you will fly by." He curled up in a funny ball when she gave him a little kiss, but when she did, she felt a burn. Ouch! She had not expected this. At first, it was just a tingle, but then became a sting. Ouch! It just kept getting worse, so she began to scream. Her lip, it hurt. It throbbed and swelled. That caterpillar was so mean. But the little fella gave a nod and slyly skipped the scene. Mom and Dad did their best to comfort their sweet Lou, but helping her through the initial sting was all that they could do. Eventually, the pain eased up, but her lips stayed red and plump. It made her face hang down in a frown like she was in a grump. Grandma came to see. Once she heard the news, she brought along her camera and some rosy balm that soothes. Then she dabbed the ointment and had a gentle look. She hugged embarrassed Lulu and took some pictures for her book. Her brothers asked each other, did something try to kill her? Did she get into a fight or kiss the muffler on the tiller? Lulu simply sighed and said, "I hate to spoil the thriller, but this is all because I tried to kiss a caterpillar." In no time at all, the lip got small, and the swelling had gone down. A smile returned to Lulu's face, instead of the tearful frown. Lulu keeps an eye out now for critters weak and small. She makes sure to be more careful and does not kiss them all. If you befriend a caterpillar, tell him you will miss him. But when it's time to say goodbye, just wave and do not kiss him. This has been Lulu Kissed a Caterpillar by Tennessee Bill. Illustrated by Joshua F. Smith. Narrated for you by the author.